Okay, are we able to share our screen though? Because it looks like this. Can I close the? I don't know. I don't want to disturb anything, but I'll close it. So I'm just going to share my screen. 1 second. Um, uh, I don't know. Can you guys see my simulation tools, or what can you see? Can you see my packet tracer? Just put it on the chat if you can, because I'm using two screens. That's why I'm asking. So I want to know which screens people can see, so I can know. Okay, so they can see my packet tracer. Cute, nice. Then that's fine. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I can see. Okay, kind. Thanks, Said and Tosin and Billy as well. So I guess everyone can see. Thank you. So yeah, so this is the simulation. So this is what we call packet tracer. So basically, it's just a software that allows you to simulate your networks. You can any network that you can imagine, you can actually simulate it here. But again, this is not a networking class. But the more networking you know, the more security, the more good you'll be in security, basically. So that's what I mean. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. So I'm going to delete everything here. So we can see. Okay. So let's see. Can do this one. Can do this. All right. So we have, this is our simulation software, very, very lovely software. So, all the devices that uh, Pat was saying, she did mention network devices, switches. These are all routers. You can see all our routers. So if you go to the end devices, you can see PC, laptop, network server, printer, IP phone, VoIP phone, TV, wireless. So all these devices are able to be connected to the internet. So if we go to the next one, you can see the back end of our PCs as well. Then these, we have our cables. Okay, so our cable showing to show our cables. Let's see again. Yes, our cable should show. Information our cables into okay. Let's see. I know what's happening. Close this packet tracer. I'm not gonna another one. So sorry guys. 1 second. Open my packet tracer again. So run it as an admin. Okay, so we're just going to. It's coming up. Sorry again. Yeah, it's coming up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what happened before, why our cables are not showing. So yeah, going back. So this is our network devices. I've shown all the switches, router. This is our switches. Pat mentioned switches. So these are our switches. All kind of switches. 2960 P switch. 3560. Like one switches. But we don't really need to know much of these. I'm just mentioning them. That there are different type of switches as well. So these are all different types. These are ops. Pat mentioned ops. These are op. Repeaters and whatnot. So you can play around with your own simulation as well, just to see how things are connected. Meraki, wallets, all kind of home gateways, and this is firewall as well. And this is our main network. Like she was mentioning different type of network, LAN, WAN. These are all type of network that we have. So on this one, we have cables. We have like crossover cable. This is crossover cable. So this is the cable that you use to join devices that are not together. So like for example, if you want to connect switch and a router together, you use crossover. But if you want to connect devices that are the same, like switches to switches, you use straight through. This is straight through. This one is called straight through. But if you want to connect devices that are not together, switches to router, you use crossover. So yeah, these are other ones like serial cable, again, serial DT, but these are called networking, but that's not the aim of this course, but just to introduce the concept of networking for to say, okay, this is why networking is important. But today we're going to be doing a very quick simulations of running. I know we didn't mention all of those terminologies on Thursday, but just to see, and if anybody is interested in networking, you can build it more. Your knowledge of networking, it will definitely help in security, 100%. So you're not wasting your time if you improve your knowledge in networking. It will be a plus. So let's click on, if anyone wants to follow me, you can please follow me and you can see what I'm doing and follow it if you have your packet tracer open. So if you have a packet tracer open, just say yes on the chat and you can follow me so that I can be as slow as possible. So I want you guys to follow me. The button has got is on. Who else has got their packet tracer up and running? And you can follow me. About you there, yes. Yeah. Yes, okay, two. So we have two people. Anyone else? Okay, so for those two, you can follow, and for the rest, you can watch later. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we carry on now. So let's open our network devices. I want everyone to get this router. It's 1841 router. Just take it and pull it up. If you are following me as well, you can put it on the chat. Say yes if you are following me, just so I can be slow, so that I'm not rushing. I can be as we've got 1 hour anyway, so we have like less than 40 minutes to go. So if you're following me, just put in chat, say yes. So, okay, Vanji is following me. Good. I think Papa is following me as well. Papa Tunde. Rita, please be slow. All right, Rita, that's fine. I will be slow. That's why I want to know if people are following me. So yeah, I'll start again. So can we please go to our network devices and take one of your routers, which is 1841. Just put it in your open space here. So the next thing that we're going to do is to go to our end devices, endpoints. Click on your endpoints and take one PC, just put it here. That's PC 0, and take another PC, put it here, PC 1. So we have two PCs now. So the next thing that we want to do is go to our connections, click on your connections. I said from the beginning, oh, I'm too fast. Okay. So the first thing that I said was that let's go to our network devices. Please select one of your routers, 1841. Just pull it up here. So since he's trying to follow me, that's fine. I'm trying to be as slow as possible, but you have to understand that this is a section and we need to also be as fast as possible as we've got 1 hour. So take your router, and you can always watch it later as well. So take one of the routers here, 1841. Then pick after that, then we'll go to our end devices. Just click on end devices. You can select the first PC, just drag it into this open space and drag another one. So it will automatically label itself as PC 0 and PC 1. So up to this place, are we okay up to here. If we are up to here, just say yes so that I know that we've done this same thing that I've done. Okay, Said has done it, Upper has done it, Rita has done it, Babatunde has done it. Good. Okay, so the next step that we want to do now is to go to. Okay, thank you, Babajide. So the next step is to click on our connection. Just click on the connection. The same thing. But we're going to take crossover. Toasting is done. Good. So we're going to take crossover. Just pull it and pull it here. You can see and drag it. Just click. So click on the PC and select Fast Ethernet 0. Then automatically you can drag it to the router. Click on the router. Drop it on Fast Ethernet 0. So up to that point, I will stop. If we've done up to that one, let me know. Just put it in the chat as well. Say yes, yes, yes. Otherwise, I can do it again. But it's not hard. So just click. So let me cancel it again. Sorry. So I'll close it. Okay, so like I said, select your connection. So go to your connection. So we are picking a crossover. So how we pick it, you just select, you just like drag it, put it here on your PC 0, click on PC 0. It will show you these numbers. Select Fast Ethernet 0. Just click on it, bam. Then you can drag it to your router. Click on the router, drop it to Fast Ethernet 0 as well. So that's one. That's the first one that we need to do. Did we all get that? Or do you want me to do it again? Did you get it? Or do you want me to do it again, please? Because I can't talk to you, so I need to know. Tosin got it, okay. But okay, good. Great. So let me move on then. So the next step, again, you go back to your crossover. Click on the crossover. Click on the router again. You know, the first one we did, we put it on Fast Ethernet 00. This time around, we put it in Fast Ethernet 01. Then we drag it to the PC1, and if you put it on Fast Ethernet 0. Yours says cable cannot be connected. You're probably using the wrong cable, so it has to be crossover cable. So you're using this cable with dots. So that's the one you need to use. So for Saeed, we don't really have time, but I will do it for the last time. Then I need to move on. So I will click on this, delete. I'll delete the cables again. Saeed, this is for you, but please try to follow it now. So you select your connections. You come over, so you should see these displays of different cables, but we are using crossover, the cable with dots. Okay, you select it, you click on your PC, it brings this thing up. So you click on Fast Ethernet 0, then you drag it to your router, you click on your router, you select Fast Ethernet 0. That's the first one. Then you go back to your cable, which is your crossover cable. You click on it again, you click on your router, you select Fast Ethernet 01 this time around, then you drop it on your Fast Ethernet 0 on your PC1. That's it. So that's the first step. Can you confirm if you've done that? So if you've used the correct cable, then it should work, because it works for every other person's. So Said, let me know if you've done it. Can you put it in the chat to say yes, you've done it? It's good now. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do, it's okay. So because we want to let this PC, which is on a different network, we want it to talk to this PC. So there's PC 0, there's PC 1, and we have this thing called router. So see this PC as your home network and see this as someone else's network. Or let's say this PC 0 is finance department, and this PC1 is HR. In a standard company, they will not be able to talk to each other. They will not be able to see, because this PC belongs to a different team, a different department, and this belongs to a different department. But for them to be able to talk to each other, we need a concept of routing, or what we call a default gateway. So for us to connect to the internet, for us to go to the internet, and everyone in our houses now, you will see that you have what we call a router. So that router connects you to the internet. So this is a router. But for this router to work, we need to actually connect. We need to configure it. So we will double click on this router. Please follow me, guys. We need to move like very quickly. So we need to click on this router. Just click on it like this and go to CLI. So let me close it and do it again. Double click on the router, go to CLI, and it will show these notes. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? Just type no and do enter. You do no and enter. Are we all there? Did we see this dialog box? If you've seen it, just say yes. So because we need to do just 1 or 2 configurations and we'll be ready. Are we all good up to this space? Okay, EA say yes. Anyone else up to here? Because I don't want to go to the next steps if we're not following. Tossing up where it's fine. Okay, thank you. So I can move on there. Thank you, Vajide. Who says mice returning back? Business. Side say mice saying return back. No, it shouldn't. You probably have missed a step. So I'll do it for the last time. So Said, please. Yeah. No. Okay, I'll close it. Just try and follow exactly what I'm doing. So Said, what you're doing is double click on the router 1841. Double click on it. Click on CLI, and it's going to ask you like, would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? Say yes. After say yes, then enter. Just press enter. Yes, it will tell you that you will say press return to get started. Exactly. So you see this. So the next step that we want to do, we want to type config in small letter, not capital. Config T, that's configure terminal. Config T. So enable and config T. So yeah, so we'll do enable en then config T. So I'll put it in the chat. So we'll do sorry guys, I don't know what happened. My stuff just went. Can you guys still see my screen? Let me know if you can still see my screen. Just put it in the chat if you can still see my screen, please. Okay, good. Thank you. I can still see my screen. That's good. So yeah, we'll type this command en, then we do config T. So that will take you to this config mode. So the next thing that we are doing here, I'm trying to look at my time as well. We'll type host name. So you can name your router. I'll name my router 1, so you can do it as well. So you can see that the name changed from router to router 1 because I changed the name. So the first command was to type enter en, that's enter. Then I type config T. Then I did host name space R1. So I changed the name of my router. Instead of just calling it router, I call it hostname router 1. You can call it hostname James, hostname Ebele, hostname Said. It doesn't matter. Is your router name. I'm calling my own router 1. You can call it whatever you want to call it. So the next step that we want to do, we want to configure a secret on the router. So we'll do enable, again capital letter, enable secret. You can, so I'm calling the name of my own secret. I'm calling it class. That's the name of my secret. You can call it whatever you want to call your own. So enable secret is a command, but the last one, you can call it your name, but just make sure that you remember. Imagine if you are setting it up in a company and you want to use something more, more sophisticated, but this is not, it's just a lab. So you can just call it class, enable secret class, then you do enter. So if we're up to here, I don't want to go too fast. So if you are up to where I am now, just indicate by saying yes. If we are up to this place, yes, okay, the button is up to here. That's good. Anyone else? So that if you're having any issue, okay, yeah. I'm trying to be slow as as possible. Okay, so up to here, enable secret class. Then the next thing that we want to do is to do a line console. So if you have, you can ask me questions later. Drop your questions in the chat if you have any questions. So because if I need to be asking questions now, we will not be able to meet up with the time. So I'm doing line console then 0. That's the next command. So line console 0. So then you do enter. So this is for us to put password to our router. Then the next step will be to type password. So I'm going to call my own password Cisco. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but we all can use the same generic name. So just Cisco. So password Cisco. Up to here, any question? Are we all here? Following? Why are you not following it? What happened? I'm trying to be as. Can you put it in the chat? Am I too fast? Is it? Because we hit before to where we are. So what happened? Others are following it. Your command is not same. Okay. You might have to watch the video later. I don't know. I can't help now because if I need to come back and start to help you, then we will not. So yeah, we need. But others, are you following? Just put it in the chat. So we'll see what we can do with side later. But if you have time, maybe before, if you are quick, we can see how we can help side. Okay, everyone else is. I'm sure side should be alright as well. Maybe just few things. Okay, so after line console 0 password Cisco, the next command that we want to do is to type login and do enter. So we are logging our password. After login, then we type exit. So we're going to exit that configuration. That's the first thing that we'll do. So that's the first thing. So after the exit, then we're going to type VTY. You can do 0. Let's do VTY 0 or no. VTY 0. Okay, let's say do 0 for. Okay, VTY is not working. Okay, so if you type a command and it's not working, read the error message. So we did exit. So we say let's read the inputs valid. Okay, so valid. So if we do VTY, so line 0. Okay, that's not working. Interesting. So VTY. So you can do VTY question mark. Yeah, it doesn't recognize it. Okay, so we are missing something. VTY. Do VTY. So 0, 0, 4. So yeah, you can always check as well. You can check Cisco config whatever. Okay, so I know why. So yeah, thank God for Google. So it wants me to space VTY 0 space 4 or any number. So that's the length. So it's going to work now. VTY 04. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay. So he wants me to put line v2y. Sorry. So yeah. So line v2y means I want to kind of save my password. So yeah. So line v2y space 04. That's the command. If you type a command and it doesn't work, you can check it on Google or Cisco white paper. There are tons of materials that explains why it's not working. And again, that's another way to learn. You try something's not working, try and find out. That's one of the soft skills that we need to have to be successful in this career. You need to be able to find. You need to be able to resolve a problem. If something is not working, you need to be able to figure out why. And the first thing, before you ask anybody, try and check Google. Don't just go and ask somebody, oh, this is not working. They will ask you, what have you done to solve it? Did you try to find a solution to it? So that's always the first thing that you need to do. Try to solve it by yourself. But if you cannot, then you know that you've done something you can then ask. But don't go asking first without having done anything. It doesn't make someone to look. Then if you cannot, then you can then ask for help. Just say yes in the chat so I know we are all there. So if there's any issues, I can know. So if you are up to where I am, I'm trying to be as slow as possible. So if we are here and we are seeing the same thing, can you just say yes in the chat? Because we have like few commands more to finish. Okay, Tosin, thank you. Tosin's really on fire today. Abatunde as well, thank you. So EA as well, thank you. So all right, so at least shows us I'm not doing magic. Some people are following it, so it's good. All right, so the next thing that after line VTY, the next thing that we want to do is to now do put another password again. So another password to our router. So do password. Again, let's call it Cisco, so that we don't have to remember many things. So yeah, Olayinka, yeah, you will get the recording here. So do password Cisco, and the next command is just type login. So type login, then after login, we'll do exit. So we're going to exit the configuration. So up to here, again, are we all good? Up to here, are we all good? So for those that are following, just say yes if you are good. Okay, the button is up to is good. Good. Up to here, Tosin, good. Where else? Really good. Okay, and I'm sure the rest as well. So up to here. So the next thing, so we've configured the password to the router. So what we need to do, the next thing is to you notice something that you can see that everything is still showing red because we've not finished the configuration. Once we finish the configuration, it will turn to side. That's fine, side. You can wash again. So once we finish the configuration, all of this red stuff should turn to green. So we have exited. So the next step is to configure the interface. So we're going to use the command interface, type interface fast Ethernet. So I'm not going to rush 0/0, then enter. So the command is interface. Make sure that you type it correctly because it's any typo would affect it. So interface fast Ethernet 0/0. So we want to configure an IP address to the interface because without an IP address, we cannot connect to the internet. So IP address is very important. So interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Then we want to do IP space address. IP space address. Then we want to do 192.168.1.1 space 255 192.255.255.0. So I'll wait before I do enter. So it's interface fast Ethernet 0/0 IP address 192.168.1.1 space 255.255.255.0, then type enter. So if you type everything, you shouldn't have any error. It should just look like mine. So after that, you can put a description to your router so that people can know that, okay, this interface is for router fast Ethernet 00. So you can just say router fast Ethernet description. Say, okay. So I name my router that R1, then fast Ethernet. I mean, if you like, to be honest, if you like, you can put a description. It doesn't really matter. So you can just say description. Yeah, just say the description router 1 or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. So then the next command is no shutdown. So enter, no shutdown. So yes, you're telling the interface, please don't be shut down. So you can see, if anybody noticed that these are stun green, did you notice? If your router and your PC are stun green, can you say yes in the chat? So you will notice that it will turn green. Yes, once you put the command no shutdown, you will bring it, or you can say change the state to up. Good. So it's only Babatunde. Anyone else that their status has changed to green apart from Babatunde? Anybody? Yeah, for those that are following Tosin and the rest, do you have your status as green? So this, okay, this command no shutdown would change it to green. So once you put like interface fast Ethernet 00 IP address 192.168.1.1 space 255.255.2.0, then you don't have to put description, just do no shutdown, you work. Because we are saying that I don't want to shut down this interface, and you bring it up. So the next command that we want to type is exit, because I still want to have like 10 minutes for Q&A. So then exit, so we've put an IP address to the first interface, which is 00. So we're going to do the same thing for interface 01, but with a different IP address. So we run the same command. So we'll do interface fast Ethernet 0/1, then we'll do enter. So the one we did before was 0/0, but now we want to bring the other interface up, which is 0/1. So we run the same command, but what is changing is that this interface is going to be 0/1 and the IP address will be different. So we'll do interface 0/1, then we'll do IP address 192.168.2.1 space 255.255.255.0, enter. So up to here, are we all good? I just need, for those that are following, just say yes. So because we are configuring the second interface now. Are we all good up to here? Babatunde is fine, Bele is fine, good. So now we've said our interface fast Ethernet 01, IP address 192.168.2.1 space 255.0. So you don't have to put description if you don't want, just do no shutdown. That's the command. You will see that the state will come up. So it will turn it will turn the other interface to green. Everything should be green now. So if you have all your interfaces green, please put it in chat to say yes. Okay. Okay, it's only Babatunde and Ibele. So for the rest of the guys that are following, do you have your interface as green now? So okay, good. So yeah, no shutdown. So we can type exit now. Exit. So we can do exit as well. So type exit two times. So to now check for this configuration that you've configured, you can just do show running configuration. So if you can use your tab would help you to complete the configuration. You don't even have to type. If you just do show run and do tab, you will just complete it. So show run config, you can say these are all the configuration that we did. We configure host name, secrets and whatever we've done. That's it. We've done everything. So that's the first part. If we are up to that pace, well done. So the next thing that we can just close out of here. The next thing that we want to do is we want to configure this PC to have an IP address, because what we want to achieve is to be able to communicate from PC0 to PC1. But at the moment, we cannot do it because the language that networking understands is IP address. So this PC needs to have an IP address to be able to communicate on the internet. So we need, because this router has got an IP address, but this guy does not have an IP address and this guy does not have. So we need to configure an IP address for them to be able to talk to each other. So I'll just double click on the PC, double click on it, and let's go to configuration. We can do it two ways. So let me start again. Double click on it, double click. Let's go to desktop and we'll do IP address, this one. So we're going to select static IP address. Then we'll do IP address. So we'll select static IP address, static, and we'll do 192.168.1.2. That's the IP address. Then the subnet mask is why is it? Has anybody used it before? No, it should be static, so static should be fine. Right, why is it saying that 192 is 192.168.1.2? Yes, okay, so yeah. So 192.168.1.2. The gateway, we can give the gateway as 192.168.1.1. That's the gateway. So we've just done we've just assigned IP address to the PC1 or PC0, sorry, PC0 rather. So the IP address. So yeah, I'll close it. And for those, if anybody has any issue, I will quickly show it again. You double click on the PC, double click on it, go to desktop and go to IP configuration. Well, because I've assigned it, it's automatically there. But if you've not done it, just follow the same thing. Use the same IP address, 192.168.1.2. The subnet mask is 225.225.225.0, and default gateway is 192.168.1.1. Once you've done that, can you put it in the chat to say yes for those that have done it? Don't worry about the DNS. You can just leave it. For those that have done it, okay, good. Babatunde EE has done it. Who else has done it? Tosin, well done. Okay, so cool. We are kind of meeting to the time. So let's go to the PC1 as well. The same thing, go to desktop, IP config, select static. So we're going to do, in this one, we'll do 192.168.2.1. Or you can do 2.2 to be honest. Then we give the default gateway to the we give 2.1 to default gateway. So it doesn't really matter, but make sure that default gateway, usually .1 is the default gateway, but it doesn't really matter. Some people change it. So 192.168.2.1. So that's our default gateway. So yeah, then do this again for those that are maybe it was too fast for them. So you click on the PC1, you go to desktop, you select IP config, then you give these IP addresses to, then X out. Now we finish our configuration, everything is done. So what we want to do is to be able to ping from PC0 to PC1. So how do we do that? You would click on PC0, go to prompt, and what's our IP address for PC1? The IP address is 192.168.2.2. So just do ping. Ping means is a way to communicate on the internet to check if a machine is alive or if the machine is talking. So 192.168.2.2. So we are pinging PC2 from the, if all our configurations are fine, it should work. So the first packet is going to drop, then it should respond. Yeah, we can see it's responding. So if you do it once again, then you get a packet coming through. So this shows that my PC goes through the router and is able to communicate to this PC1. Did we all get the same ping? So is your PC responding to ping? If it's responding to ping, just drop in the chat to say yes. If you are able to ping your PC1 from your PC0, can you put it in the chat? If you are not, let me know. Come again, please. Okay, all right. So yes, the request will time out for the first time by Babatunde, but it should pick up again. So the first packet will drop because your router is still learning about your packet, but it should come through and ping again if you follow the same IP addresses that I've used. Tosin say come again. Okay. Tosin, can you put in the chat exactly what you want me to come again? I don't understand. Is it like you want me to show how to assign the IP addresses to those PCs, or yeah, pinging? Okay, all right, that's fine. So I'll close it. So you go to PC0, just double click on PC0, go to command prompts, and just I'll clear this so that you can see it from the beginning. So, okay, anyway. So you do ping. So I want to talk to PC1, and the IP address of PC1 is, you do ping then space 192.168.2.2, then enter. So that's the pinging, Tosin. Did you get a request now? And Babatunde, it's your request pinging now. Pinging. Is it working, Tosin? Can you say yes? Babatunde, is yours working? If it's timing out, maybe you are using the wrong IP address. Mine is 100% lost. Okay, so that definitely, yeah, you're not using the right IP addresses. That's fine. So this is where I'm going to need someone. Request timeout. Okay, so I don't know what name of the coordinator. Coordinator, can you please assign like a right to Babatunde so that we can quickly just check his screen to see what is the problem. Just 1 or 2 minutes quickly because I'm conscious of the time. Will it be possible, please? Because I don't think I have the admin right to assign a admin to Babatunde to quickly share his screen. Would that be possible? I don't think we have our host. Our host is not. Our host is not there. Let me see.
If you want to share, you can share. James, you need to maybe allow use because you are co-host.
Oh, okay, okay. I can allow Baba. Yeah, because I want just to see what the problem is. So let me see how I can. So Babatunde. Let me see if we can give him. I don't really know how to do that, to be honest. Is it just to allow him to share? Or how will I do that?
Yes, just allow to share. I think you go to the settings and then you allow share so anybody can share.
Yeah, because I'm just selecting him now. I go to the three dots. Yeah, don't know what to do, to be honest. No, I don't know how to do it because I'm trying to do it from when I select his name. Yeah, I can't even, and I want the three dots. There's no.
Okay, you can
option.
give me okay, if you can do it, that's fine. Or you make me host.
No, I can't do it because I'm trying to do it. I can't do it. So
okay, make me host.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out how to make you host. Yeah, that's what I don't know how to do it, to be honest. Let me see. Okay, let me see.
Just go to my name and then right
No,
click on
more settings. Yes, okay, go to your name. Yeah, so where's your name? I can't see your name yet. Okay, iPhone. Yeah. So when I right click on your name, it's not even giving me the option. So right click on your name. So it's either to ask you to mute, then the three dots, it's ask to start a video, pin, rename, put in waiting room, remove report. Those are the options that I've got. I don't have the option
go to the security.
yeah.
Share screen. You see share.
Yeah, I can see share screen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I've clicked on it.
great.
Yeah. Okay, so Babatunde can you quickly just do your stuff? Let me see. Then I will stop sharing. Quick one. So can you quickly just do it? Let's see what the problem is. Just we have like 5 minutes more. If you can quickly do it, and we can see where the problem is. Maybe you're using the wrong IP addresses. Are you doing it, Babatunde? Yeah, I don't think Babatunde is ready. Let's move to any other person. Who else is having issues?
Disable participants screen sharing.
I've already security. Yeah, sharing. Yeah, you should be able to share because in security I've allowed sharing. So allow all participants to share, yes. So you should be able to share.
Seems that I'm here now.
Or allow, yeah, you should be able to share. If you can quickly do it so I can we don't really have time, to be honest. Just to see where the issues are. So let's see your packet tracer. So yeah, you have all your green stuff. So go to your PC, your first PC. So your PC 0. So what IP address do you have in your PC 0? So just click on it. Click on your PC. Yeah, double click on it. Double click. Double. I don't think I click. Just double click on the PC. PC 0. Double click on it. It will open another window. No, on your PC 0. Just double click on it. Yeah, double click on it. It will open another window. Are you clicking on it? But if you're not talking, we'll not be able to help because if you are mute and I don't know what you're saying,
Yes, I click on it. Can you see the screen?
no, you're just showing. I can't see anything. I don't know if others can see, but yeah, I can see your packet tracer, but I'm not seeing you doing what I asked you to do. So you're not double clicking. If you click on your PC, it should open another window. If you double click on it, it's going to open. Then you can see.
I'm actually at the IP interface right now.
Oh, okay, we are not seeing that. Maybe are you using two screens?
No, just a single screen.
But I cannot see that. I don't know if anybody can see that, but I cannot see it. For the rest of the guys, if you can see the IP interface, for if you can see, you can just put it in the chat, but I cannot see it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my own PC, but I cannot see it. So yeah, I cannot see it. So I'm not able to help if I can't see it. So, but maybe the rest of the team can see it. Maybe just me. So if you can see it, the button there is IP config board dashboard. Can you just put it in the chat? Say yes. So yeah, but I cannot see it. Does anyone see it? If you all can see it, you can say yes. Oh, I cannot see. No, yeah, we cannot. It doesn't matter which PC one, which PC zero. It doesn't really matter. But what matters is the IP address. They must not be the same IP address because they are different networks. So they have to have like different IP address. That was what I was saying that people should follow me. So yeah, but they can't see your screen. So okay, we have 1 minute. Let's see. Tosin, can you, Babatunde, you stop sharing? Let's use Tosin. Maybe we'll be able to see Tosin stuff. Tosin, 1 minute, please. Quick, like very, very quick. If you're able to share where you are, can you quickly just do it? Like, we have 1 minute, please. Just very quick. Tosin, are you sharing, please?
Okay, I'm trying to share.
Yeah. Any issues? Are you having any issues when you're trying to share?
Well, the issue I have is the first one, my PC0 gave
Don't worry,
request
share your
timeout.
screen. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Just share your screen because if I don't see it,
Okay.
I will not be able to troubleshoot and understand the problem. So that's why I need you to share your screen. I can see the problem. Don't explain, just share your screen. When I see your screen, I know exactly where the problem is. If I don't see it, I will not be able to help. If I see what is happening, then I will know.
I'm not seeing shares.
You cannot share.
I'm not seeing share here. I'm seeing there's the 3 dots that I'm supposed to go to share my screen, but I'm not seeing.
You're not seeing it.
Okay, sorry, I've seen share. Okay.
So hopefully we'll be able to see.
I've clicked on it.
Okay, so go to your PC0. Just double click on the PC0. Double click on it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So go to your config.
Config.
Yeah. So
That's my config.
okay, so
Can you say I read 192.168.1?
so that's your default gateway.
Yeah.
So what's your IP address? Okay, don't go to physical. Go to physical quickly. Just go click on that.
Yeah.
So go to desktop again. Desktop. Yeah. Now do ipconfig/all. ipconfig. Config. No, one word. Everything one word. ipconfig space slash all. ALL. Yeah, all. Yeah, enter. Let me see if you have a. So you're using for IP address.
Okay, it's 1.1.2. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, so you need to.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It's 1.2. No, 1.2.
1.2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, should be 1.2. I did 1.1. Maybe that's why.
No, your default gateway. That's your router. So your IP address should be 192 for your PC 0 should be 192.168.1.2.
1.2. I did 1.1. That's what I said.
Then
Maybe that's where the mistake is. This one.
So your default gateway should be 1.1. So your default gateway is fine.
Oh, okay. So how do I correct my IP address?
Yeah, so you go to your settings on the global, under that global.
Well,
You
global.
can see
Okay.
underneath there's settings. Under setting. So you should be you don't need, so just wipe, go to that default, just clean everything. No, to your default gateway. You can see default gateway.
Yeah.
On the IP address display already.
Yeah.
So just click on the inside the box and just delete everything. Just delete it. You should be able to delete. Just do backstroke and delete
I've done it.
Okay, go back to your desktop. Desktop. Yeah, desktop. Click on it. No, close X out of this one. That command. Yeah, X out of that. Yeah. So go back to your just go back to your IP configuration. Yes, click on that. So
okay.
Yeah.
This is the IP address.
So
okay,
the IP address is correct. 192.168.1.2.
Okay, it's correct. I think the one that I typed.
Do you know why it's not working?
Yeah.
Because you don't have a default gateway. So if you are in a house and you don't have a door, how would you go out?
Of course, you can't go out except you break the
Exactly.
wall.
So your default gateway is the way to go out.
Okay.
So your default gateway is your router, which is 192.168.1.1.
Okay.
So your DNS does not matter. So just X out of it.
Okay.
X out of it. Check your PC1. Make sure that you have the correct one as well. So X out of this as well. So go. Yeah, you are done with your PC0. So go to your PC1 to make sure.
I think this one should be correct because this one came out fine. The PC2 came out, was
Don't worry,
fine.
just X out. Let's just check. No. X out of the go back again. Just double click on it.
Okay.
So X and go to on that blue one. Just cancel that blue one. X out of that blue one. Yes. Good. Go to IP configuration. IP configuration. Yeah, exactly. You can see that you don't even have an IP address, so it has to be static. So select.
No, I think I have.
No, you're on a DHCP server. So it's going to apply automatic IP address. So we're using static. Yeah. So there's a concept of static and dynamic, but it's okay. This is not in networking. I don't want to go too much into networking. So 192.168. 168.2.2.
He said what?
And the subnet is 255. The default is 192. 192. 192. Yeah, 192. So yes, 168.2.1. That's your default gateway. That's your router that allows you to go to the internet. 2.1. 192.168.2.1.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can X out of it now.
Sorry, I think there's a mistake. I think
192.168.2.1.
That's one.
So if something is not working, it's either you put in the wrong IP address or you type it wrong. That's why you always have to go back and troubleshoot. Now, if you go to your PC0, click on it and go to command prompt, and ping the IP address of your PC1, which is 192.168.2.2. It is going to work now. Because your router knows. No, just go to your command line and go down. Just go down. Keep going down. Keep going down.
I've gone down.
Yeah. So you can see that it's still saying more. So just type enter until it shows. Keep going. Enter. Just keep going. Yeah. So then you can do ping 192.168.2.2. So you're pinging your PC1 now. Enter. So the first packet will drop, the second one should pick it up. Yeah, the second one will pick it up. It should pick it up. Now, it should pick it up. Why is it timing out?
Oh, I think it's one that we clicked on, so it should be 1.2. So
No, so this PC, who is 2.2? Which PC is 2.2?
that's the second PC one. This one is PC 0 that we did.
Oh, sorry, your PC one is 2.2.
Yes,
Oh, okay. So what's your PC 0?
that's 192.
So ping
168.
from PC 0, ping your PC one. That's what I want you to do. It should
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I think that's why it's not working.
So ping.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay now. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you can do the other way around as well. So that's more. So, but you can go back and try and just start it from all over what we've done. You can delete all of this configuration and set up your own network and see how the pinging works. Basically, well, we've just run out of the time, but
Thank you very
yeah,
much. Okay, thank you very much.
yeah, for those, I don't know, can we have like 5 minutes questions? It's already kind of shoot the time, but any question for like 5 minutes? Any questions? Anyone wants to ask anything? Please, you can go back and watch the video. And if you have any question, you can put it in the chats. Like, I mean, in our group, I'll be more than happy to to answer questions. But just for tonight, we have only 5 minutes. Anyone wants to ask any questions? So anything.
Hi, James.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Spark. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks so much for tonight. Just for a recap, what have we done tonight? So
what we've done is to basically emphasize on the concept of networking that you taught them last week about. You mentioned router switching and whatever. You mentioned all of those things, but how these things communicate. Because when you are working as a SOC analyst, you are going to be understanding networking concepts. So they will talk about routing. Something is now the PC, or let's say let's say endpoint A, it's not able to talk to endpoint B or C, maybe because endpoint A it's having like a malware or whatever. So first of all, they will ask you, the first thing that you do as a security analyst is that they will ask you that, have you pinged PCB? Meaning that is PCB responding? Can it talk to each other? Because there's a concept we call lateral movement in incident response, meaning that when one PC is affected, it can move laterally to the other ones, meaning that one PC is infected with a malware, then from there it can go to other PC. So they will ask you, what have you done? Did you troubleshoot? Are you able to talk to the next PC? If you say no, that means then the next PC is not affected. They can quickly contain the incident on just one PC. So what we've done tonight, not to make it complicated, is just to show the concept that you taught last Thursday, just to show them how this thing works in a network environment. So how PCA can talk to PCP, and what is default gateway, what is router, what is ping, ICMP ping, and all of these concepts that they're going to be seen in logs when they get to that level, to that stage. This is not a networking class. It's just to show how they can make one or two network works together. For example, what person did now, he didn't have a default gateway and he wants to talk to another person. It's not possible. So you need to. So now when they ask you what is a default gateway or what is a router, if you remember what you did, you should be able to answer what a router is. So a router allows two networks to communicate together. So if you know the concept, you don't even have to cram nothing. You don't need to cram what is router, what is switch, what is whatever, because they can ask you those questions in an interview as well. But if you've done this basic simulation, you do not need to cram anything. You just need to understand it. So the router allows two networks to communicate to each other. That's it.
Thank you very much.
It's just to kind of emphasize more on the concept, basically. That's what we've done tonight.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for that. I don't know if anybody has any other question. Please feel free to ask the question. No question is silly on this platform. It's better to ask those seemingly silly questions here now. Know how to respond before you go out there to ask those questions. This is the no judgment environment. Please feel free to always ask. Okay. I think everybody is happy with what they've learned tonight. All right. I can't see any hands up.
Good question, sorry.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. For me, I got lost in the process of the whole thing. But I guess I'm going to try to watch the video again to be able to follow through with what James already did for the session. So I think that's what I have.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, one of the things I try to do is to arrange a watch party for this. So find time during the week just before the next class.
Okay.
Then we watch the video together. Then that is where everybody is watching and actually doing. If you're stuck, we try to help whereby you're stuck, and then we get on the same page to this. So I'll see what we can do during this week. I'll ask on the group if anyone is free. Most of the time, I try to do it lunchtime between 12 and 2. I know when most people go to work, between 12 and 2 is their lunchtime. So if you are free, okay, or if you're not, we just record the session and we put the rest of what we've done in the group chat. Yeah,
Okay.
Lightning, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, and thank you for the lecture. I really enjoyed it. And my question is, I have two questions. The first question is the gateway ID or IP, is it the same thing as the router IP?
Yes. So this they use different terminology for this, but it means the same thing. So that's why the concept is very important, because in an interview they can ask you that what is a default gateway? But default gateway is also a router. So that's why once you know if they are saying the same thing, you can just say a default gateway allows you to communicate to another network, or allows you to leave your network and communicate to other network. Or a default gateway, it's what connect two networks together. So the concept is what is very important. Once you know it, for me, I love to understand concepts, because in Nigeria, when we studied back then, we do a lot of cramming and we don't fully understand things. We just cram it. But here, when you understand something, you can explain it in 1 million ways, and that's what means that you fully understand it, because you don't even need to. If they wake you up in the middle of the night, you explain it in a different way. There's DNS concept like DHCP, but we're not fully going into that. But they are all good concepts that we need to know, because the more networking you know, the more prosperous you will be in security. They go hand in hand. There's no, they're just like husband and wife. They go together, because everything, where as you advance in your security career, you get to malware analysis, you get to threat hunting, threat intelligence. All of these things run on a concept of networking. Everything.
Okay. All right.
Everything.
Thank you so much.
James,
my second question.
Okay, Lightning has another question.
Yeah. My second question is I saw you configured the router through a CLI.
Yeah.
And the computers, you configured them through a GUI, So my question is, the router, is there a provision to configure the router through a GUI, or must it be through a CLI? Then my second question is, in order for both computers to talk to another, you had to do some configurations. But in using, for instance, and this is, what you've just done is, I believe, is an intranet, probably, yeah, an in-house configuration between computers to speak to one another. Also, I think there's something about Windows. That's what's the name? Is it the share group or the work group, Windows work group? So whereby they configure it in the same way that our computers can talk to them, but this is via the should I say the operating system we have in a computer. So that's my question. So what's the difference between what you've done this night and the Windows share work group? Is it possible for some organizations just to configure allow their systems to speak to one another just by configuring Windows work group or active desktop?
So yeah, I understand your question, and the answer is no. So you are talking in terms of server configuration, Active Directory, all of those things. So no. So that is different. So this is what we've done today, seeing it as a one network, wider area network. So the PC0, it's your local LAN, local area network. See it that way. It's just one PC, but imagine a company, you have like your local LAN, but tons of PCs under your LAN. That router, it's the gateway, is the internet that we go to. If you see that
Okay, yeah, I understand it now. I understand it.
There's also a default gateway on the PC, right? So that default gateway on the PC is the one that communicates to default gateway of the router that now allow you to talk to another PC. So that PC, see it like different company. Just see it that way. So you are going from your own company, so you have your own default gateway, right? That connect to the internet. That router that we configure is the internet. Then from the internet, it passes your traffic to the PC1, which is another person. So what the work group and whatnot, they are all local. So you can set your PC to be in the same work group and whatnot, but that is nothing to do with internet routing on the internet. What we've done today is just to show how you can communicate between two networks together, just to see it's bigger than this, but because this is not a networking class, it's just to show little bit to just buttress what Pat did on Thursday. I know she did mention all switches, router, and all of those things. We just thought, okay, it would be good for you guys to just see it, how these things work in a real life.
So the router, the gateway ID on the router, you also have to configure it on the system as well.
So every system needs to have a gateway, otherwise it's not able to talk. Because if you know, gateway is like the door, like I explained to, was it Tosin?
But the gateway is different from the system's IP address. So that's what I want to understand.
Yes, again, it's from the name default gateway. Just the gateway as the door. So you have all of your gadgets in your room. But if you don't have a door to go out, you will still not be able to go out. It doesn't matter what you've got in the house. So just see the gateway as the door that allows you to go out of your house. So those IP addresses, those subnet marks, don't worry too much. Just see those ones as your gadgets in the house. You have all of these things in your house, but you don't have a door. You can't go out. So if you have all of those IP addresses, subnet, whatever, but you don't have a default gateway, you are not able to communicate, you're not able to send your packets from that your local PC. Your local PC cannot talk to any PCs within the same, even within your own organization. They are not going to see you on the network because you don't have a default gateway. Obviously, in Compline, we have a server called a DHCP server that automatically assign that IP address to your PC. One, it connects to the network, but this one we just did it like manual, just to see how it works, basically.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, yeah, thank you, James. A quick one. So is it safe to say that the router guides the traffic within a network, and
Absolutely.
to the best path it needs to go, while the gateway is like the entry or exit point, your door between different networks?
So router, default gateway, they mean the same thing. Don't be confused about them. They are the same thing. They are all so when was he? I don't know who was asking the question now. So I said the default gateway is like a door, right? So when you now go out, so the default gateway, you just go out, right? It now passes your traffic to the router, which is another gateway. Then now passes your traffic to where it is going. Do you see how? So they call it hub. So it keep going. Imagine if you send a message from here to America. Can you imagine how many gateway, how many router it gets to before it gets to its final? So they call them up in networking. So it's not one, it's going to be
Well-
so it will now get to a stage. So when it gets to its last destination, then that's where it gets it delivered, because so that message is not being passed anyway again. There's no need for a gateway again. But until then, it passes through different router or gateway. So just like what we did, the simple one we did, we were working with kind of 3 gateways. From PC0, it passes the traffic to the router, right? The one we configure. Then the router passes it to PC1, because what we want to do, we want to check PC1, are you still alive? Are you dead, or are you alive? So we send a message from PC0. PC0 says, yes, I have a door. Yes, this message is meant for PC1. So it passes it to gateway, to the router, and asks the router, do you know about this PC1? The message is going to PC1. The router says, yes, I know about the PC1. Then it sends it to PC1. Since the message is going to the PC1, and PC1 is the last, the message is meant for PC1. So when it gets to PC1 responds, say, yes, I'm alive. And that's it. That's the end of the communication. So we call it TCP, three-way handshake. So it goes, then it gets to its destination, then it replies back to the person that's pinging him. Just like I pick my phone, I say, hi, Pat. I just say, hi, Pat. When I say hi, Pat, you just say, hi, James.
Yeah.
But that we're not communicating, right? If I just say hi, and I say, oh, hi, Pat, and you say hi, and I want to ask you something, say, oh, Pat, are you home? Then you say yes. Then we will start to communicate. But if I just put my phone and say hi, Pat, and you say, oh, hi, James, and I didn't say anything, that communication is not complete, right? Because I need to ask you whatever I want to ask you, because I called you. So PC1 called PC0 called PC1, but the message passed through the default gateway, the big router. The big router passes it to the PC1, and the PC1 responded back to PC0 to say, yes, I am here. That was what you see. That was what that replies that you saw. That was that. So it's called three-way handshake, TCP. So that was the TCP. I know you didn't mention it on that Thursday, but that was TCP. That was the practical way of explaining TCP. So basically, it's a three-way handshake.
All right. Thank you. Our time is fast spent. Please let's pop our questions in the group, in the Telegram group. And I hope everyone here, you're all ready with your report summary for the end of the first for Offspring 0 on Monday. Please let me know if you are clear on what you need to do. If you are not, please ping me, because you're all going to get called in the same presentations to give your updates. Thanks. And so that is me for the night.